by
too much, I
James.
think. Like once a month or something.
People feel in India, and unfortunately, that is
What does he have?
the request is
I'll
kind of a
just
little
continue
weird.
watching this one.
Bottom from the bananas creates a reflex, and by science, and for some reason, it's bright challenge, which this here is so easy to part this trend. Or, do you mind recording a video for me? Anyway, the stranger or those around them end up being in a prank situation since the person they're recording does something weird to provoke a reaction. A good example is this video. Now, for the most part, this trend is harmless. I think people who come across it for the first time might find it a little weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Stop recording me. Stop recording me!
Just throwing my 2 cents here, a lot of these videos are faked. It's so easy to just tell your friend, hey dude, I'm gonna pretend to be weird, just freak out. You know, it's not anything crazy. But yeah, let's head on to the next one.
Ow.
Banana and Sprite challenge. This here is IShowSpeed trying to down a whole bottle of Sprite after eating 3 bananas. That clip is said to have massively popularized the banana and Sprite challenge, which honestly falls at the center of the weird TikToks category. Though this challenge has been a thing since the early 2010s, and for some reason it just always resurfaces.
What?
The challenge was simple. People would eat bananas and try to fill up their stomach with a bottle of Sprite, something that's impossible to do going by the science behind it. And by science I mean that your stomach is basically too small to fill all of that. In more technical terms, the mixture of carbon dioxide from Sprite and protein from the bananas creates a reflux too big for the stomach to handle. A lot of TikTokers film themselves doing the same thing. Alright, finally, let's head on to the next tier. The surface, the eye challenge. Although this next one is from 2020, I have to mention it because it borders on the riskier end of things when it comes to people doing things they find on TikTok. I'm talking
What is the eye challenge? I was barely on TikTok. I just watched Laserbeam doing. Wait, how? So
talking about the eye challenge, which went something like this. So people would basically stare straight ahead at the flashlight of their phone and use TikTok's S5 filter to reveal the quote true color of their eyes. The trend seems to have started with a user named Maria Blue, who apparently in a video claimed if you have brown eyes, this filter turns them blue. S5 plus
Why would you want? I don't understand why people do that. I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying, like.
back camera and flash.
I'd
I'm not
rather-
kidding.
I like
They were
how my eyes are
claiming
right
that you
now.
could change your eye
don't really
color,
care
the
about
real
my eyes.
one, not the one through the filter. They were claiming that you could change the real eye color if you use your back camera and flash. That yeah, if you do it on one eye, then you'll have one blue eye. Whoa, this is. Yeah, I'm not trying to get mad. I'm not trying to get mad. This, of course, wasn't true, and even experts warned of the potential dangers of doing that. They, for instance, warned that, quote, potential.
Yeah, that's retinal burn can occur. So when a light particularly intense, however, a permanent retinal
Retina burn can occur when the light is intense and focused on the retina for long enough. A permanent burn on the retina would also no doubt leave a permanent blind spot in the eye. And just to clarify, in case it wasn't obvious enough, all the filter did was add a blue hue to videos. It had absolutely nothing with changing eye color.
The Cha-Cha Slide Challenge. I'm sure most of us are familiar with the song Cha-Cha Slide, a song by Mr. C the Slide Man, also known as DJ
What is the
Casper.
Cha-Cha
I'm not going to play it here for copyright purposes, of course, but part of the song has lyrics that go, slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. I'm sure you guys remember this song from something like a 5th grade event or maybe your white friend's wedding. But what does this iconic song have to do with TikTok? Well, scarily enough, some teenagers would record themselves acting out
I thought it was the dance.
that part
Not
of the
doing
song
that
while
stuff
driving.
on the
You
road
heard
that
me
could
right. They would
kill
swerve their
someone.
car from side to side, and
What
then
the
when they said
hell?
crisscross, they would rapidly swerve it back and forth. Even though TikTok removed the videos, we were able to find some on YouTube. In some clips, you can tell how terrified the passengers are, which is most definitely risky, as we have seen similar challenges turn out to be catastrophic. For example, in 2019, a 21-year-old Shania McNeil crashed and died while playing Chicken, a Snapchat trend. She was basically recording
Okay.
herself and her two friends weaving throughout oncoming traffic at about 100 miles per hour.
What the hell is chicken? Okay, that is the most idiotic crap. That's like stuff I do in GTA 5. That's like exactly what I do in GTA 5. Why are you doing that? You're risking your life. It's like something with the internet. It's like the internet always, like the internet is basically just doing dumb stuff until you die. That's basically what happens now.
Clearly, these challenges can be very
just
dangerous.
saying.
Also, I'm Matty
Like
Balls.
that-
Shout out to Tov. Happy 2 mil
How would you
subs.
do that?
Thank you for having me.
How?
Let it go, let it go.
The penny challenge. Okay, so I'm gonna have to tiptoe around this one. I don't think I could show much footage because there are a lot of challenges that YouTube just doesn't like people talking about, just in case, you know, some people want to try it. And I'm sure I had a disclaimer at the beginning of this video saying don't do any of this stuff and that this is for educational purposes, whatever. But basically, this next one is genuinely stupid. I feel like I could say that about a lot of these. I'm not gonna be showing footage of people trying this, so I'm literally just gonna put background footage of some pennies on the ground or something. Anyway, typically referred to as the penny challenge, the trend involved partially plugging a phone charger into an outlet and then sliding a coin between the space between the charger and the outlet, causing the two terminals to touch. Sparks would sometimes fly, and this would be a real danger of causing a fire. In fact,
What the hell is wrong with that? What the hell is wrong with people? They're literally risking their lives for a TikTok trend. A TikTok trend. A literal TikTok
there were reported
trend that could
incidences
end your
of fire,
life.
for instance, at
You'd
Plymouth,
rather
North.
you'd rather lose your life than not be pop. Why is that L upside down? You'd rather
High
lose your
school,
life
where
than
students were apparently messing with sockets, triggering a minor
rather
fire. That's all
lose your life
firefighters called to the
become
school. The
popular
challenge,
on
which
TikTok.
trended under the now removed hashtag outlet challenge, also had the potential for more devastating effects, as there was a reported case where Amazon Alexa recommended it to a 10-year-old who had asked it to suggest an exercise for the weekend.
What? 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 What the penny that thing will get you to do the penny challenge. That thing will get you to do the penny challenge apparently. So
The girl's mom did actually tweet about that incident, saying that she yelled, "No, Alexa, no." Yeah, that's a very chilling thought to think if, you know, the mom wasn't there and if the daughter was willing to try it. One chip challenge. As we move on to even more
I know that one. It caused some lives to be
recent and stupid
But they're not
TikToks.
by
Next
any
one
means
is the one
by
chip
chip
challenge.
me.
Basically, the challenge was to eat a single tortilla
I
chip
don't
that
know.
came in a
Let's
coffin
just-
shaped
let's
box,
just
and that apparently had a crushing of seasoning from the spiciest chili peppers in the world. According to the company behind it, Paki, the chip was meant for adults, and even the label warns that it shouldn't be taken by children or people sensitive to spicy food. In the classic style of the internet though, it seems no one was paying attention to the warning, because just as the challenge was at its height, a 14-year-old high school student died from eating one of
Exactly. I knew. I remembered.
the chips.
That
The teen's
crap,
parents
two
were
months-
called to
I remember
school
that-
and were told
that
that their
crap.
kid had fainted after taking
That's
the
why I
chip,
don't
and he
teach
even
TikTok
showed the
trends. I
picture of
try
the
to start-
$9.99
they
Pocky
shouldn't,
chip that he had
like-
taken. Later that day, while at home, he passed out. He was rushed to the emergency room, but sadly didn't make it. Also, an interesting bit about this challenge is that it was started by Pocky themselves. It was a marketing tactic dating from 10 years back, and the goal was to rank people between levels of quote harmless and quote predator, depending on how long they could hold the burning sensation before drinking some milk or water. After the teen's death, the company removed that challenge from the website. However, videos of the challenge are still up on TikTok. Dr. Kim, medical TikTok. While home to some genuine medical professionals, it's quite
That's insane. There's just something up about medical TikTok. Like, are they going to teach you how
often plagued with random
Are they gonna
videos,
teach you
which
some
we will be
medical
covering in
facts,
this
or are they
video.
gonna
One such account, which
like
I know like the
Google
back of my
something
hand now,
like
is
that?
Dr. Kim. There's a chance you've more than likely seen these weird face surgeries floating around. I actually made 2 detailed videos on the whole investigation I did, so if you want to watch that, make sure to watch it after this video. Don't ruin the watch time. Like I said, I know this topic very well, so I'm going to give you guys a quick summarized version. And if it interests you, well, lucky you, you have more videos to watch. Anyway, in January of this year,
I'm not
creepy looking
gonna watch the
facelifts
whole
were going
one.
viral on Twitter and TikTok. I decided to do some research on the situation.
Ah! Everybody go on TikTok and follow my friend Ninja Damien. Woo! I don't know if it's going
And uncovered that there were multiple accounts promoting these surgeries and that they had WhatsApp contacts in their bios. I texted the so-called Dr. Kim and pretended to be interested, faking that I had a wife who wanted a facelift. In the end, they revealed that Dr. Li Feng would be performing the surgery, not Dr. Kim as promised on their TikTok. After that, I got a tip from a viewer explaining that there's more to the story, and we uncovered, with the help of legal documents, that Dr. Li Feng's facility has been caught with expired medicine, and they've been in legal trouble before. And as a
That sounds sketchy. Like, I get it. People are very I get it. People are insecure about how they look, but you want to
February
work with some
18th?
shady business you saw on TikTok because you think it might remotely work.
The account has been banned on TikTok. I made a TikTok
Like-
slash YouTube short covering the account being banned. I didn't think that was worth another
Like-
video. But what
Don't be an imbecile. I mean,
always gets under my skin is when people try to be different
Dr.
and they're
Kim was
like,
banned.
well, the facelifts actually look beautiful
yes.
when they're fully
I didn't get to the rest of it. I'm gonna see if he's banned still.
healed. Look, they look better than what we thought was fully healed. They're still not good. They're good for Chinese standards, but there are better Chinese facelifts that aren't by Dr. Kim. I don't know why people were hopping on this like opposite trying to be different. His facelifts are actually kind of good. No, they're not. They're horrible. If they're good, then I'm sure you're confident advice your mother to go get a surgery by Dr. Kim. Like, no, it's not, like the being different was like so weird to me. It's horrible. Let's head on to the next thing.
Once it hits midnight in the school bus graveyard, you enter a world where you can hang out with your friends.
Because you're transported.
Eye color surgery. I wanted to call this next one an occurrence because I only thought it happened like a few amount of times, but it turns out it's been going on for a while. So I found 2 videos of it. This one and also this one. The whole point of these surgeries is to get a permanent eye color change, and in that last video, it's alleged that the woman got something called an iris implant, where an iris made from silicone is slid into a slit that is cut.
Why do people want to change all of a sudden? It's like
into the
people didn't
cornea.
really
However,
care
others
about
believe
their
it's the
looks for a while, but
keratopigmentation
now they're
procedure, which is
changing their
basically
whole
tattooing your eye.
damn
Now, what
eye
most of you
color.
might not know is that the iris
I would not put ink in my iris or my eye because I'm not an idiot. Why would he put stuff like that in your eye? Oh, look, Mom, I'm gonna
this
go.
implant
it's like,
procedure
Mom,
is
I'm
actually
gonna go
illegal
get
in the
an eye
USA.
tattoo.
Well, unless you have an eye
How are people gonna? That should not be legal. At all.
defect from birth that prevents you from having eye color.
Exactly.
But other than that, you can't get in the US.
illegal
It's
in the
simply too
USA,
risky.
so
The other
good.
one, keratopigmentation, well, it's not illegal, it's also highly discouraged. But that doesn't stop people from getting either of those two procedures, as you can easily
just
fly
look up
elsewhere
what
and find dozens of clinics that will be willing to perform this surgery on you. In fact, that's what Tamika Tiny Harris, the American singer-songwriter, did. She flew out to Tunisia, Africa, and got the iris implant procedure done. She said it took about 5 to 10 minutes per eye. Interestingly, her daughter Zanique also hopped on the trend and changed her eye color from brown to grayish blue, although she regretted it, reversed it, and admitted she wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
It's not at all smart to do that. So let's go. This is my second upload for the day, and I'm gonna do a third upload, and then one YouTube short.
Dalia
It'll be a
Karezi.
4
Chances are that
upload
you've come across someone on
day.
TikTok
So you
offering
can
medical
do
advice.
whatever
And
you
like in
want.
this next
For
case,
uploads,
it's
but